points in the game.
Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Ole Miss offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Leaves it with the running back. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Yeah, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And the Gators can really attack on this second and short.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wants to go up top. It's complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Yeah, And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did.
Oh, he's got some space. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Gators! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphreys. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's open on the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the air on first down. Fakes the grab. Creates a little room. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Good timing on the quick out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Gators! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch right at the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the 2nd level of the defense just for a split second, Reese, and that allowed the tight end to get vertical.
And the Gators have taken it inside the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after a big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
This defense has been gashed, and they are backed up again with a 1st and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. They'll try the run. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. He's loose. He's up, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds a man on the left. Oh, out of space. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Rebels are on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost a throw on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. D showing blitz that he might be bluffing. Grab near the marker. It's Browning. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Makes the catch. And they will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two Both defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To the ground with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burton. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
What an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Finds his target down the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Off play action. This time it's complete. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. That's reeled in, it's Browning. chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense getting set for first down. Unloads quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Unloads it left. He makes a catch. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. This time he's got his man. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Starting this third quarter on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gonna sling it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Burke. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Rush is on him. They get to him as he throws. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
6 remain.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
Trick 9B.
Gonna look downfield again. Caught in the backfield, it's Burke. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators are threatening in the red zone.
Here we go, here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! And the route is on.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quarterback will keep it.
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Brings into the open. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Just drives it between the uprights. They are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Right on the money. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Smithers into space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it.
Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's caught. Touchdown, Gator! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
The play action fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
On the set.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Hand off from the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. running in the red zone here on second down.
Get set, get set. Ready,
They'll go right back to him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to get it in. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
There's a great example of the quarterback bailing out his head coach on a gamble. 4th and short in the red zone. A lot of people thinking just take 3 points, but QB himself knows exactly where to go with it, and now it's first and goal.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you...
Touchdown, Rebels! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Foster. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
That's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today.
Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Here comes the offense on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Browning. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Come on, set.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Plucks it out of the air. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point.